So, quickie, I'm here at the British Shooting Show 2023 with Tony Belas on the Daystate stand. So he's going to show me the new Ghost.
Well, this is the AlphaWolf Safari. This is the Daystate.
Oh, sorry, this is Daystate.
Yes, this is the one we're launching at the show. We launched the Ghost a couple of months ago. You should look at that if you want as well.
Right.
This is the electronic rifle. It's a Delta Wolf, which has been moved on a little bit with a stock. Still by the Delta Wolf, it's got all the stuff in it, but this is the AlphaWolf version, and this is the AlphaWolf Safari edition.
Right.
It has this amazing texture stock, very grippy,
Yeah,
hard to damage for the hunters.
Oh, right.
And it's also got a new valving in it, which is more efficient than the original valving, but it still has this amazing touchscreen display, which I can switch to safety catch on, pull the trigger, take the lock off the rifle, and then I can go into the programming options,
Right.
all settings, including setting the chronograph up, which this rifle has in its muzzle. So
Right.
no clip-on, bolt-on, stick-on, sellotaped-on
Right.
chronos for people who own this rifle. It's built into the actual gun itself.
Awesome.
And on the high-power versions, it compensates shot to shot, and you set your velocity on the display screen, and the gun then corrects to that velocity.
That's impressive, isn't it?
And that's it, and that's available to buy right now.
Right, okay. So that's the Daystate AlphaWolf,
AlphaWolf Safari Edition.
Safari Edition.
Yeah.
Awesome. And you've also got the Ghost.
Yeah, let's have a look at the Ghost.
Quick look at the Ghost.
Back.
Very quick look at the Ghost. I'm probably going to get thrown out any minute.
We're right at the tail end of the first day today.
Yeah. So
But the best time to come actually because it's quiet. So I've got a Ghost here. Let's have a look at that one.
Ghost is at the end.
Right. So there we are. This is the Ghost. This is we launched this gun only two months ago. It's been absolutely an amazing sales for Brocock BRK. It's got an ambidextrous sighting which you can change over as a shooter.
Yep.
It has a barrel that can be removed in 3 minutes. You can change caliber on the 12 foot-pound. You can change caliber 17722
Yep.
in minutes, and they're automatic. People say, "Oh, is the 177 going to be overpowered?" No, it's designed to go between the two powers.
Right.
So you just buy the barrel and the probe, and you can have a dual caliber gun.
Right.
So you don't have to buy two guns. You can buy one. It'll do both.
So this has got the razor rail that slides along
That's
a
right.
dovetail.
We're starting to do that. We've done that on the AlphaWolf, and we're doing it now on the Ghost. This is an angled rail.
So you've got 20 MOA?
20 MOA or 0.3 of a degree if you like to go to English measurements, sir. And it has a slight downward twist so you don't have to shim which is quite critical on a high scope.
Yeah.
And that can be moved backwards and forwards down the rail. You've got all this movement, so you can have a low iris scope at the back or night vision.
Yes.
And then you can slide it forward for a monster 60 power scope, which is about 3 foot long, and you can get that on this gun.
Right, and the dovetail rail it slides along, is that like an 11mm dovetail?
11mm dovetail.
So you could slide it off and put a
if you
dovetail
wouldn't have
mount?
much of a head relief because it's low and you can't bend the action to the right to get your head behind
No.
it. But that's why we raise it slightly. But we're on a Picatinny rail on the top.
Right, and is the cheek piece, is that raisable?
That's raisable, and we do an adjuster on it. You can see the one on the wall has got the adjuster put on it, a PRS cheek adjuster. It's an optional extra.
Zoom a bit there. Okay.
Yeah. And then with that risen up, you can fit a magazine on both sides. So you can actually dual up your magazines and push through.
Right, and shot count in the magazines?
Shot count, depending on caliber, the 177 is 13 shots, 2.211 and 2.5 is 10. But we also do a 30 caliber version for those of you who want to shoot 7.62, and that has an 8-shot magazine, doubling up to 16.
Right, so all the magazines double up, back to back?
Back to back, two magnets hold them together and you just push them through so you can double up your capacity.
Brilliant, brilliant. And you've got a power adjuster
You've got
on the back?
a power adjuster, you've got...
so is that FAC only, or is it...
No, it's on the 12 foot-pound ones as well.
Okay, so
and
you
it's
can
a
turn it down to
uniquely
6,
designed power adjuster working on a special sledge system inside on the all but the very first batch. It's got this latest power adjuster.
So that's like a proprietary Brocock BRK.
Yeah, that's right. It's quite clever what's going on in there. It works on a worm drive to give it different ratios of movements because it's not linear. You want it to move differently, so that's got that going on there.
Okay.
Especially useful on the FAC gun.
Yes.
You can use it on 12 foot-pound guns, but you know you're already only 12 foot-pounds.
And do you have to make sure that the rifle's uncocked before you adjust the power adjuster?
You should. It's good policy to
Good
do
practice.
that because it takes the pressure off the spring.
Right.
Some of us forget to do that,
Right.
and it doesn't seem to have made any difference.
Oh, brilliant.
But you're supposed to not have that loaded before you adjust it.
Right, because I know other brands, they say that it'll break,
Well, I
it'll
think
break it.
if you find that your gun's breaking, then you make a rule to try and stop people from breaking it.
Yeah.
And we have the same rule, but I haven't seen one broken yet.
Brilliant, brilliant.
Yeah.
And the cheek piece, can the cheek piece be swapped over left to right?
Yes, you can cheek piece left to right, cocking handle to remove left to right. You remove those 2 screws, lift it out, push the plate out, put it round the other way, and put the handle on the bottom.
We've got
so
2
that takes
accessory
minutes.
rails, front, left and
Yeah,
right.
we've got one at the back, small Picatinny at the back for something like a bag rider.
Right.
We've got one on the front. In fact, PRS do an extended one here.
Right,
This
brilliant.
one's got the 300cc bottle, but there's also 480cc bottle version
Right,
as well.
okay.
This is kind of cute looking carbine rifle.
Yeah.
Still got a 17-inch barrel this, even though
Okay.
it's short.
Well, I
We've
love
got a full
bullpups.
length barrel all the way back to here, up to here, and then we put a silencer on just to balance the looks a bit on this rifle.
Brilliant. That's gorgeous. I'm going to have to fondle this.
Yes,
I'm going to have to handle this rifle, but I'll stop recording for a second, unless you want to. Unless if you put that down for a second.
Yes.
And
I'll take over the
yeah,
camera.
so just don't press the screen. So
Okay.
thank
There you go.
Recording on this. Thank you very much. Thanks, Tony, cameraman.
And there we are.
And so that's almost a full length of pull for me gangly me, which is brilliant.
But of course you can put a PRS butt adjuster on it, which is actually over there on the wall.
Right, yep.
And you can see
That's got a bag rider.
that's got the background and an extended butt pad on it, so that would fit you probably a little bit better.
Right, okay. And we've got safety above the trigger.
Yeah, that's an on-off safety, so you push it off with your left finger and on with your right, so you
Okay.
have a military style double-handed safety. That's how we design them now.
That's nice. I love the razor rail being able to slide it back and forth.
Yeah, it's a lovely feature, isn't it?
Yeah, you can centralise your scope and then just adjust the rail to suit. Yep. Yeah, that is nice. I'm gonna be begging and grovelling to yourself or whoever else
We'll sort that out
try
for
and
you.
review
Get
of
one
these,
down
please.
to review. A very short supply at the moment. We're making them as fast as we can, but every one we make goes straight out and straight into a customer's hand. They're very popular and they're very,
I
very
love
nice.
the power adjuster as well.
Yes.
And that's a pretty handy rifle, weight wise.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tony.
Russ.
And I'll try and get this video online tonight.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much. Thanks for your time, Tony. Cheers.